Hey y'all, what's up? I hate to do this again, but I have to. Alright, look, so I'm looking at this thing over and over and over again, and I'm always looking for an exponent. I always do. I search for it. I didn't have to search very far. I sat here thinking about it, and I said, okay, if we're accelerating at a rate of 40 kilometers or 40 miles per year, roughly now, it was 2010, just a year ago. Okay, well, when were we moving at half of that rate? So I look at the chart here, okay, and I go, okay, well, we're at 40 here. Here's 20. Drew a line. So that's 20, right? Said, okay, well, where's 10? Draw a line. 10. Draw a line at 5. So we go 40. Half of that's 20. Half of that's 10. Half of that's 5. You probably can't see this very well, and I'm really sorry, guys. Okay. So I said, okay, well, how long did it take? What was the period of time between 20 and 40? Look here, 11 years. What was the period of time between 20 and 10? 22 years. 11 times 2, 22. 22 times 2 is 44 years at 1932 when we were at 5 miles. Half of 10. See what happens here? In half of the amount of time, you double the frequency. That's a perfect exponential chart. 44 years, we doubled. 22 years, we doubled. 11 years, we doubled. At that rate of acceleration over the past 100 years, that means that our chart will double again in 5.5 years. Half of 11 is 5.5. This is where it gets really, really freaking mind-numbing, guys. Okay, here you go. And gals. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to leave you gals out. Guy is kind of a word for everybody, but you've got to see this. This is far out. Okay, the original chart that I showed you is down here. It's drawn at a slightly different angle because I did the 44 years, 22 years, 11 years just to show you what's happening with the chart. I'm going to pan out here a little bit. Now, this is my projection for what will happen. If you go anywhere else, they're going to show you that over the next 5 years they only plan on it moving at a rate of 40 miles. It's been doubling for 100 fucking years. Excuse my effing language. So, with that being said, in 5.5 years, we'll be moving at a rate of 80 miles every year. 80 miles every year within 5 years. 5.5 years. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In 2.75 years after that, which puts us out at mid-year 2018, we'll be moving at 160 miles per year. Half of that again at 1.325 years, so roughly a year and 4 months, we're now moving north magnetic, moving at a rate of 320 miles a year. The next step would be 0.675 years, or half of a year. We should see that doubling again. We're now talking about 640 miles within 0.675 months, or years rather. So 6 months moving 640 miles. If we do that one more time, and we halve the time again to 3 months, the movement is 1,280 miles in 3 months. And I did it once more just because a month and a half. 2,560 miles. Just because something sounds crazy, man. I mean, I've been beating myself up for an hour, wondering if I should even turn on the camera. I think just because something sounds crazy doesn't necessarily mean that it is. If I can remember when I was in high school, and I asked my parents, why does history matter? Why does it even matter? I hate this class. I hate it. It sucks. I'm getting an F because I don't care, because it sucks. And my pop's really cool guy, by the way. He said, you know, it's important to learn history so you don't repeat your mistakes. If I look at a trend that's been taking place for as long as we've been recording it, I have to make the assumption that that trend will continue. I have no clue what kind of geophysical effects could happen from any of this, man. I have no clue. But I'm telling you, at the rate of acceleration that the North Pole has taken off and is zipping away from where it once sat 100 years ago, in half of the time it's doubling in speed. And if it continues to do that, by the year 2020 it will be moving at a rate of almost 2,000 miles a month, if it's not already to the South Pole long before that, because I'm not even going to calculate accumulated mileage there. I would have to assume that at that rate of travel, that probably by late 2013, early 2014, I mean, the North Pole would have to be at 90 degrees from the South Pole at that rate, because it doesn't look like the South Pole is traveling at that kind of acceleration. It's actually moving much slower, and I don't know, man. It's pretty far out. Anyway, I had to share with you guys the perfect exponential chart has been right in front of us. Okay. Quit looking for truth, guys. Start looking for fact. There's a difference between the two. Peace. One love. One. Only one.